Leeds United and Burnley are promoted to the Premier League. There is so much chaos in the Championship relegation battle. There is a lot of chaos in the Premier League race for Champions League football. There is chaos in League One and League Two. And, you guessed it, there is chaos in non-league. And we're going to talk about it all today. Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another video. I thought we had to jump on and do a reaction video to Easter Monday and Easter Sunday's football that's played out over the last couple of days. So much has happened, so get your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know how your team got on and your thoughts as we head into the final couple of games in these leagues. Like I say, we're going to cover everything from the Premier League down to the National League North and South, so don't go anywhere. Before we get into the video, be sure to support us. 2,000 likes would be amazing. It takes 2 seconds. So go on, hit that thumbs up button. I can see you not clicking the like button. Hit it. Make sure you are subscribed as well. It really does help the channel out. And if we can end this season with 100,000 subscribers, that would be amazing. It takes 2 seconds, so please make sure you are subscribed. And where else to start than with the Championship itself? You know we love the Championship on this channel. And let's start at the very top where it has happened. Leeds United and Burnley have been promoted, and let's give them so much credit, guys. This has been a fierce Championship this season, and especially up at the top where we've had 3 very good teams. We will come on to Sheffield United in a minute, but Easter Monday does belong to Leeds United and Burnley. Look at them up there, 94 points each. For Leeds United and Burnley, all that is left to play for now is the title and the possibility of finishing with 100 points. To be honest, I can see them both winning their final 2 games, and that would keep Leeds top, of course, because of their goal difference. And their goal difference went shooting up against Stoke City. I thought they would win, but I didn't get that one spot on. 6-0 winners. They absolutely murdered them. For Stoke, not a good result. We'll come on to them in a bit. But like I say, congratulations, Leeds. Honestly, I've really enjoyed you this season. There was a little wobble, but not enough of a wobble to see Sheffield United get back in. Sheffield United had the biggest wobble out of the lot. And the question will now turn to, can Leeds stay in the Premier League? They've managed to get promoted quite early now. They need to start planning now. I've said this before, they need to get those preparations and plans in place because it is so difficult. But for now, honestly, the Leeds fans, enjoy your parties. I saw you out in Leeds having a great time. Good to see it. Like I say, they deserve to get promoted, and they've done just that. Can they wrap up the title now? I think they can, but Burnley will be on their tails. Burnley, who we need to talk about as well. They have had an incredible defensive record this season, a record-breaking defensive record. Of course, they're unbeaten at Turf Moor, and it was the win over Sheffield United that saw them get over the line. If they get 100 points, then who knows? They might win the title. We will see if Leeds United slip up. Either way, Burnley deserve to be promoted, as I've just said, and we will see. Is their defensive record going to be something they can build on going into the Premier League? It's going to be tough, but for now, enjoy those celebrations. And let's touch on Sheffield United, who are confirmed to finish in the playoffs now. Now, this really has been a brutal automatic promotion race, and one team was going to be unfortunate and miss out, but I've been surprised how much they've sort of blown up over the last few weeks with 4 defeats in the last 5 games. It was those 3 defeats in a row that's really ruined it for them. I know there was the 2-point deduction, but that said, they just have to dust themselves down and just get themselves ready for the playoffs and try and get some momentum going in the next couple of games. Obviously, they will be hurting, but as Chris Wilder said, they have been in the top 3 best teams in the league this season. They need to get things right in the playoffs. I know they've not got a great record in the playoffs, but they are strong favourites going into it. Can they hold their nerve? Sunderland, Bristol City, Coventry, Middlesbrough, we all lost. Everything has stayed as it were in the playoff race. Obviously, Sunderland are going to finish 4th. They've lost a few games in a row. Not great heading towards the playoffs. Do share your thoughts if you're a Sunderland fan. For Bristol City, I'm not too concerned for them. I do think they'll win the home games, and they've got 1 more home game. 70 points will be enough for Bristol City. Leeds next. I don't know, is it a good thing that Leeds have been promoted because they might take their foot off the gas? Who knows? Leeds might be in a party mood and really could sort of drown you out and smash you up a bit. I don't know. Not great result for Bristol City, but as I say, 1 more win will do the trick, and I think they might get it in that final home game. For Coventry, obviously, I was at the Plymouth game. Feel free to check out the vlog if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to. It wasn't a great day for Coventry, but that said, I did enjoy my day in Plymouth other than the football. We've got away with it. Like I say, everyone around us has lost. Maybe not everyone. We'll come on to Millwall in a minute, but so long as we win the Middlesbrough game, we're there. It doesn't actually matter what we do in the Luton game. As long as we win the Middlesbrough game, we confirm our playoff place. If we want to finish 5th, we probably need something from the Luton game. So that's the way you've got to look at that. For Middlesbrough, Yeah, not good. 1-0 up, miss a penalty and lose to Sheffield Wednesday with not a lot to play for. It's just definitely going to the final day, isn't it? Coventry v Middlesbrough, you couldn't make this up. It's definitely going to the final day. For Millwall and Blackburn, who are the big winners in the playoff race, they're still in this. The only thing I would say, and I don't want to rain on Millwall's parade, because imagine if Millwall got in there, or even Blackburn got in there. The problem is, Coventry playing Middlesbrough on the final day will guarantee that one of them will get something, or both if it's a draw. Millwall or Blackburn need a very certain set of results to get in there. Millwall need to win their final 2 games and hope Coventry don't win the final 2 games, and hope Middlesbrough don't win the next one, but Middlesbrough then do win the final one against Coventry. It's all a bit too much, really, and the same for Blackburn. And for West Brom. For West Brom, it's pretty much impossible, and Swansea as well. Look at their goal difference there. But Swansea have had a real resurgence. I will give them credit. Let's just see how things look after the next game week. Down at the bottom, I said it was chaos, and look at this, everyone won. I love it, by the way. We always seem to get something like this towards the end of the season, where these teams have been moving really slow. It's like they've been in a real slow traffic jam. All of a sudden, the motorway has opened up and they're all doing 90 miles per hour trying to get past each other. All of these teams seem to win. The biggest losers were Cardiff. They didn't actually lose, but they drew, which is kind of like a loss when everyone around you was winning and you took the lead against a team that you needed to catch. I can't call it. Obviously, Plymouth and Cardiff look the likely teams to go down right now. But if either of them can win those final 2, it does make things interesting. They have to both win the final 2 though. 47 won't be enough, so Plymouth have to go to Preston and win, which is not going to be easy because Preston are now looking over their shoulders. Cardiff have to beat West Brom next, which I think is possible because West Brom are managerless at the minute. So are Cardiff, obviously. Aaron Ramsey stepped in. But look, regardless of whatever's going on off the pitch, you just need those players to put in 2 fantastic 90-minute performances to get you over the line. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Luton and Derby, I mean, this is going to the final day, isn't it? Look how close that is. Derby play Hull next, which is really good for Luton because if Luton beat Coventry, they are guaranteed to come out of the bottom 3 going into that final day because both Derby and Hull can't win. Oxford, decent point against Cardiff, but their goal difference makes me think they still need to look over their shoulders. Same as Preston. Possibly still the case for Stoke. I would be astonished if someone goes down with 50 points, but I'm not going to say it's impossible right now. Portsmouth are mathematically safe and all the teams above them. Credit to Portsmouth, they've been great. Let's look at a different league now. Let's go over to the Premier League. I'm not really going to touch on the relegation scrap because it is pretty much wrapped up. Leicester City have now been relegated, commiserations to them of course, but Ipswich Town are all but relegated as well, which is a real shame. Obviously we've had that conversation about the financial landscape being completely different and what have you, but until it's addressed, it's going to be quite predictable down at the bottom of the Premier League. But at the top of the Premier League, it is very exciting in the race for Champions League football. Now, obviously, Liverpool are going to win the league. Arsenal are nailed on to finish second. And look out at the end of this video, we've got a quick game to predict between Arsenal and Crystal Palace on Wednesday. So don't go anywhere in regards of that. Forest are up to third though, a massive win for them because the teams around them have been applying the pressure. I can imagine over the weekend the Nottingham Forest fans on their phones checking the other results thinking everything's going against us, but they've done their end of the bargain. They've beaten Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 as I predicted and they're getting close, but look how few points there are separating the teams at the top here. This is definitely going to the wire with 5 games to go. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a resolution to this Champions League race until mid to late May. Forest are in a good position. Newcastle have been in good form, but they were smashed by Villa. Villa, of course, great win against Newcastle. They can put all their attention into the Premier League now after their Champions League exit. What a goal by Onana, by the way. Chelsea, good win against Fulham. Man City, they play Villa next. This is really, really close. And Bournemouth and Fulham and Brighton, all there still sniffing around the Europa League places potentially. So keep an eye on that. Let's go over to League One, where Birmingham City are obviously already up. They've still got 4 games to go, so they could still get 111 points. They just beat Burton Albion, but we knew they were up. Birmingham City are too boring. They're too good for this level. Let's really focus in on the top 2 race, where Wycombe lost 4-0 to Charlton. Credit to Charlton, which has opened the door for Wrexham. Wrexham's next game is against Charlton. I know it doesn't look very likely that Charlton could finish second, but they can take this to the final day if they beat Wrexham this coming Saturday. Stockport also have a mathematical chance of finishing in there, so we could get to the final day with 4 teams jostling for one top 2 place. This is really fascinating. Wycombe, despite losing to Charlton, now need a favour from them to jump ahead of Wrexham. Very little to separate these teams. If Wrexham can hold their nerve and beat Charlton, they will nearly be there. It's still quite close in the playoff race between Leyton Orient and Reading, only goal difference separating them. Huddersfield downwards can't make the playoffs, and Bolton are all but out of it because of their goal difference. Bolton have been on a really poor run, I must say. Down at the bottom of League One, incredibly interesting. Shrewsbury already relegated, but every team above them still has a chance of surviving. For Cambridge, it's unlikely, but they still have to play Burton, so that'll be interesting. Crawley Town, they could do it. They've just beaten Exeter, 3 points off. The goal difference is a bit of a concern. Bristol Rovers, their form is dreadful. Obviously got a decent draw against Wrexham, but went back to losing ways against Stevenage. Burton hold the high ground. They have a game in hand. It's in their hands. Mansfield also not mathematically safe yet, but we think 48 should be enough. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Let's move on to League Two. We don't cover League Two very often, but this promotion race has been brilliant. We had Walsall top of the table for the longest time, who were 20 points clear at one point, and now look at them, really struggling for results. They thought they won against Newport in the last minute the other day to have a goal disallowed, which means they are still just outside the top 3 now. Doncaster on the verge of promotion, Port Vale very close as well. Bradford City, they've had a couple of difficult games and they've allowed Walsall to still believe that they could get in there. This is very close. Wimbledon could still do it. Notts County mathematically could do it as well. Honestly, it's going to go to the wire, isn't it? It really looks like it will. For Walsall, I mean, it's a disaster if they don't get in there after being up there all season. Bradford are the favourites to get it done with Doncaster and Port Vale, but as I say, I think this is going to the wire. And so too, look at that League Two playoff race, really close with 2 games to go. Anyone, and I mean anyone, even Bromley could get in there, and Bromley have only just come up. That would be an incredible achievement. Chesterfield as well, another team that have come up, and they're still in there. Very, very close, that playoff race. Let's move down to the bottom. Morecambe relegated, commiserations. Carlisle United have had an absolutely shocking season where they've had to change their manager a couple of times, but maybe they've just got things right with Mark Hughes. They've left it late. Is it too late? Maybe not just yet. An incredible win against Port Vale we all saw on Good Friday, and a last minute draw against Accrington means they still could catch them. They'd need a massive goal difference swing to catch Accrington, but Tranmere, another team that could be caught. I don't know if you saw Tranmere's game against Accrington a week or so ago. Incredible comeback and incredible limbs. League Two, underrated. Let's see if this goes to the final day. Good luck to Carlisle, but they've got it all to do. Let's move on to the National League. We don't cover it much, but honestly, so good. The National League North and South as well. Let's start at the top. Barnet on the verge of promotion, closely followed by York City. York do need to win 2 and hope Barnet lose 2. Not impossible. York will go into the playoffs as strong favourites if they don't get into first place though. And even the playoff race is really, really interesting here. On the final day, Gateshead play Southend, which could decide it all. Let's have a quick little look at the National League North and South, where there is only 1 game to go, and at the very top, 3 teams could still win the league. Remember, only 1 team goes up automatically down at this level, and it could be anyone. Scunthorpe, I remember them being in the Championship when I was a kid. Kidderminster, look how close they are now. Brackley as well. Very, very close, and even the playoff race there looks mental. And let's just touch on the National League South. This is ridiculous. Have you ever seen anything like this? With 1 game to go, 6 teams could all still win the league and get promoted here. Very, very close. Truro City are in the driving seat. I did touch on this in my Plymouth versus Coventry vlog the other day because I stayed in Cornwall, in Truro actually, and that's where my dad's side of the family come from. It would be history in the making if we can get a Cornish team in the National League. So go on Truro, get it done. But I think there's going to be twists and turns on the final day. Torquay are only 2 goal difference behind them, and Torquay only beat Truro on Good Friday not that long ago. Worthing have drawn recently. Eastbourne are in there. Boreham Wood, Dorking, this could go any which way. Maidstone look like they've wrapped up their playoff place ahead of Weston-super-Mare. Truro, as I say, have it in their hands, but on the final day they play St Albans, who need a result to stay in the National League South down at the bottom. It is crazy. And this is why we love football so much, guys. I really love this stage of the season. From the Premier League down to the 6th level, the National League North and South, there is still so much to play for. If you support any of these teams, Get your comments down below. I'm going to be back with League One weekly predictions with Benjamin Bloom tomorrow. I'll also have my Championship predictions for the weekend with Sophie out tomorrow. Premier League predictions are coming on Thursday, and because we've not predicted Wednesday night's game, let's just quickly get that in now. Arsenal take on Crystal Palace. I'm going to back Arsenal to get a 2-0 win. I think Arsenal have been impressive lately. They are capable of throwing in a 1-1 draw, which you'd least expect, but I think they'll get the win. Palace have not been at their best recently. Sophie is going to agree with me. She's backing Arsenal 3-1, as they're pretty much there now, wrapping up their place in the top 5 and probably in second. But all eyes are on that Arsenal versus PSG Champions League game, which is coming soon. Look out for the predictions for that on Sunday. And that wraps it up. Like I say, a crazy video covering everything in English football right now with so much to play for. Be sure to get your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. Your support has been massively appreciated on the channel this year. Let's keep it going. Let's try and push towards 100,000 subscribers by the end of the season. And I will see you guys for more videos tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Peace out.